here is a look at our hand-drawn snow maps. Of course, I could show you what every model is saying and let you guess what you think is going to happen here, but it's our job to look at all those models, and then this is what we're telling you we think is going to happen. Now, for Atlanta, Metro Atlanta, it's mainly going to be just a cold rain, especially south of I-20. We're talking all rain there. But north of I-20, some metro counties, even though we don't expect any accumulations here, we're going to have mainly a cold rain, but just don't be surprised if there are a couple of wet snowflakes mixing in with that for the early morning hours here on Wednesday. Now, our surface temperatures tomorrow are going to be around 38, 39 degrees here in the Atlanta area. So we're not worried about freezing rain. We're not worried about any of that snow sticking to the ground or causing any accumulations here, but we just don't want you to be surprised if, yeah, maybe in the air, there might be a few of those wet snowflakes that'll be mixing in with some of the raindrops. Once you get up to the north, really in those same counties where we were telling you where we had the winter weather advisory, again, north of Rome to north of Gainesville, to north of Lake Hartwell there, near the Toccoa area, that line northward could see some light accumulations, maybe up to a ½ inch. And I think that would mainly be on some grassy areas. Now, of course, some elevated surfaces might get a little bit of snow trying to pile up, not pile up, but kind of accumulate a little bit there. So that's where we have to watch for some slick spots. The places where we may see up to an inch of accumulation is mainly on the spine of those highest elevations there going up into northeast Georgia. We're talking about elevations of about 2,000 feet or higher where we could see up to an inch of accumulations here again early on Wednesday through those morning hours, and then pretty much the precip will be ending around lunchtime or a little after lunch. So this is what we're thinking. Again, in Atlanta, don't worry about any accumulations here. We're going to be fine. In fact, the only slickness we're going to have on the roads is going to be from the roads being wet out there, not because they are frozen or because they are snow covered or anything like that. So the main things we're watching for really about 6 in the morning till around noon here in Metro Atlanta. That is the time frame when we're going to be seeing that colder rain. And then up to the north, it is going to be in the form of snow, maybe coming into western Georgia, more like 4 or 5 in the morning, but then pushing on through areas just to the north of us there, 6 to noon. We're talking about light snow. And just be careful with your commute. Again, here in Metro Atlanta, rain is the only reason the roads are going to be slick. But in North Georgia, we don't think we'll have widespread slick roads, but we do think we'll have some slick spots around. Now, check on our website, 11alive.com. We have a list of a few schools have closed. Other schools, a few more of them, are actually doing learning from home, digital learning during the day tomorrow. So be sure to check that on our website at 11alive.com, and you'll see that running list that is going on there. Now, take a look at today over the past 24 hours. I want to show this to you full screen so you can see here what we were dealing with out there for today. And we did see those temperatures that started off cold this morning, generally there in the low 30s, right just below freezing, where we saw those temperatures on the cold side. And then as you go through the daytime hours today, look how we warmed up pretty nicely with those highs right around 58 degrees this afternoon. It was a really nice day out there with those temperatures that were warming up really nicely. And then as you can see here, we have been watching those temperatures come down a little bit now as we're into the evening hours, but they're not falling that fast, but they will be going down again here in Atlanta down to about 38, 39 degrees here early in the morning hours. So we're staying above freezing. It's just going to be spots up in far north Georgia. We'll be hovering closer to freezing in the morning hours when some of that moisture moves in. Now, take a look at this. The sun's been down for a bit, so we're watching those temperatures fall from the 50s into the upper 40s at this hour. Right now we're at 49 degrees. Duluth is at 42, 43 up in Canton. We've got some 30s already though up in Blairsville and Clayton, and even LaGrange down here has a temperature of about 38 degrees at this hour. Most of us are in the 40s, but there are some of those spots where it is just a little bit colder outside. So on Wednesday, this is what we're watching. Starting off for the morning hours, right at 39 degrees. Look at the time frame of that cold rain moving in. Generally, early in the morning, 6, 7 o'clock through about 11 o'clock, maybe noon, with those rain showers that are going to be moving on through. And then for the rest of the day, it is going to be mainly cloudy. We're not going to see much sunshine at all breaking through. And Whereas today we got up into the upper 50s for a high. Tomorrow we're only going to be in the 40s, and the wind is going to start kicking up during the day once that rain gets out of here. It'll get a little breezy. So these temperatures in the 40s are actually going to feel even colder in the afternoon hours. And then those temperatures really fall on Thursday morning and on Friday morning before we start warming up into the weekend. And I'll break down those temperatures coming up in just a second. Now, let's take a look at what we're watching with our forecast this evening. We're looking good out there. We're just watching the clouds that are building up just a little bit more. They will thicken up more during the overnight hours. This is the view at 3 o'clock in the morning here. You see the time frame there at the top with the clouds thicker. The rain isn't here yet. It's knocking on the door though, over into Alabama, about to cross over the line. There you see 3, 4 in the morning, maybe just a few of those snow flurries there up in far northwest Georgia. And then through the morning, this is at 7 o'clock. So notice here the leading edge of some of that lighter rain is moving in here to the metro area. But see how it mixes a little bit there coming into north and west Georgia and over far north Georgia too. And that rain snow line stays more to the north of Atlanta. We hold on to just that rain here. This is at 10 o'clock in the morning where we're seeing again that cold rain here, and it's going to be generally light out there. And then the snow flurries, this is what I'm talking about on those highest elevations that might hang on just a little bit longer there to possibly give them around an inch of rain in those highest elevations. Once we get to lunchtime, it starts wrapping up. It doesn't end immediately, but we'll see just some scattered showers around lunchtime and maybe even a couple of snow flurries still lingering there in parts of northeast Georgia. But then going into the afternoon, the rain gets out of here. We'll see the clouds lingering here, but then notice that wind coming out of the north and northwest is going to start kicking up a little bit, making those temperatures in the mid-40s feel even colder. And then check out going into Thursday morning, we'll have just a couple of clouds left over, but temperatures on Thursday morning will be in the mid-20s. Wind chill will make it feel like it is in the teens. And then we'll see the sun trying to break through these few clouds out there Thursday at lunchtime and into the afternoon. Still breezy on Thursday afternoon. We're talking about high temperatures on your Thursday only in the upper 30s. And with the wind, it's going to feel colder. So Thursday is going to be a very blustery day. So just be prepared for that. And then going into Friday morning, we see more clear skies, and Friday morning, the actual air temperature, our low, will be at about 21 degrees and still some wind, making it feel like it's in the single digits on Friday morning. So really cold mornings on Thursday and on Friday. Really cold afternoon on Thursday, but by Friday afternoon, we start going back up into the mid-40s for those high temperatures, still with a good bit of sunshine around. And then heading into the weekend, we will warm just a little bit more for Saturday and Sunday. We're going to go back into the 50s, and then next week warming even more than that. Here's a look at the snow comparison with the American model and the European model. Both of them are trying to kick up a couple of more flurries there on the west side as the system moves in and with cooler air in place since it's coming in from the west earlier there. And then more of that lighter snow there in North Georgia. Both of those just really showing just those that northern tier of counties there in far north Georgia for that snow. Take a look at the rain. Even though it is going to be a cold rain here, we're not going to see a lot. The rainfall estimates aren't that impressive. We're talking maybe 1/4 of an inch here in metro Atlanta and into most areas. So take a look at that cold air that's going to be pushing our way. Now it's already getting chilly out there after we had the warmth today in the upper 50s, but that chillier air is going to be settling in on us tomorrow with highs in the 40s, but still above freezing. So that's just that cold rain that we're going to have. Then Thursday, really cold, lows in the 20s, highs in the 30s. Friday morning, lows in the lower 20s with highs back to the 40s. And then gradual warming a little bit heading into the afternoon, heading into the weekend actually with those 50s, and then warming even more going into next week, Monday, as well as on Tuesday. So here is a look at what we're talking about here with that chilly air that is going to be in place, and then continuing to move on up to the north there, getting out of here with that warmer air that'll be moving in. Take a look at these temperatures here over the next few days. Look at these morning lows. Oh, I'm sorry about that. Look at these morning lows that we're talking about where we see The temperatures that are going to be coldest on Thursday as well as on Friday morning. There you see those lower 20s and then getting up to 33 by Sunday. Afternoon highs chilling to 38 there on Thursday and then warming up a little bit more. And if you like that warming trend, you're also going to see that here in the 7-day outlook where we have 70 degrees on Wednesday and then you can see those temperatures continuing to climb a little bit more there with 60s as we go into the end of next week. So be sure to stay with us here on 11 Alive as well as on 11 Alive Plus. We'll walk you through that snow during the day tomorrow as well as the cold air coming in for the end of the week. We hope you have a great rest of your evening and a great day tomorrow, but bundle up for the end of the week.